What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Happy to have you on here. So today we're going to be looking at an amazing tool that every developer needs in his arsenal. And so today we're going to be discovering GitBook, what it is and how it's going to help you. So one of the parts of web development or programming in general is documentation. So us developers, we always have a hard time building a documentation for our code, whether it's commenting inline in our codes or just creating a separate documentation for what we have built is always a very difficult task. And so today we are going to be seeing a tool that is going to make this work a lot easier for us. So today we are looking at GitBook, and you can find it at gitbook.com. And so what is GitBook? Basically, it's a tool that is going to allow you to build the documentation of your product. So you're going to build it in a very easy and somewhat automated way so that you don't have to worry about documentation anymore. So let's check it out. Let's see how it works and let's see how we can make use of it. So it's a paid service, but you can definitely start using it for free. It does have a free plan that you can use as well, even if you're a beginner. So let's go ahead and see it. So build docs as a product, not an afterthought. So documentation is a critical part of your product experience. GitBook helps you collaborate and build beautiful, centralized docs your users will love. So what is it and how does it work? So basically, GitBook is going to allow you to create documentation that you can display in a website and that you can create using just your Git repository. So it's going to make use of the files in your Git repository to help you build this documentation. So it's really a full-scale application. And so we're going to see a little bit how it works. So let's just explore a little bit. So more than 30,000 teams trust GitBook to power their documentations. And here you can see some of those books here. We're going to check out a couple of them and how their documentation work. So if you come up here, you can see the different products it offers. It offers multiple features. You can also see showcases as well. So basically, what you do is that you are going to have a certain syntax. It works with the .md syntax, which is the same syntax for GitHub repository documentation. So it works with the same syntax, and basically you can just create a branch of your project, and in that branch you are going to put in your files for your documentation. For example, it has a hierarchy in which it stores its files, and so you're just going to build your files using that hierarchy, push it to one of your branch. Maybe it can be called the documentation branch, and GitBook is going to create, for example, a custom domain for you, and you access that branch, and then it's going to generate the documentation for it. For example, if you see here, we have different pages. So it has a specific theme. It has a 2-column display where you have the bookmarks, you have the different pages on the left, and then you have the content of those pages on the right. So basically, the pages, you're going to create the pages. For example, if you can see here, you have these different pages which are aligned in a certain hierarchy. So you're going to create different pages in folders in your Git repository, and this is going to appear just like this. So all of this text appears using .md syntax. So let's just see how it works. Let's see some couple of examples so that you see what I'm talking about. But before that, let's look at some features. We can easily collaborate and build a Git-based workflow with others, publish beautifully hosted docs in one click, create seamless experience between your docs and products, measure and improve KPIs with testing and analytics, and many other things as well. So it offers really a lot of features. So let's see how it works so that you should get an idea of what it does. So you can see some of the trusted brands. You have some major brands in there that trust GitBook. So let's check out some examples so that you see what I'm talking about. So for example, here we have the documentation for this company or for this app, and you can see the documentation. They have aligned theirs in a different way. So they have the different sections aligned horizontally to the top. And once you select the section, you have the different pages that appear here. So we can see, I can easily transition through them, and you can see how they are layered like this. So this is another one as well, kind of the same style. You can have them like this. So this is how it appears. So one thing you have to understand here is that you don't have to worry about the design. We are not going to be designing all this page. It comes with ready-made themes or templates that you can make use of. All you need to do is just to create a repository where it's going to be getting the documentation from. So yeah, it's very easy. So here we have some examples of documentation. Let's just check out some of them. So like I said, it goes with the same design, a left column, and then the contents on the right. So yeah. So yeah, let's check out some of those documentation, and I'm hoping we can see a little bit how it works. So how it works, guides. Let's just check out the guides as well to see how it works so that you understand that. So for example, this is the documentation of this app, and as you can see, you have this left column and the contents on the right. So like I said, you have a repository where you're going to create the different pages in different files, and you can layer them in different folders, and then it's going to create this hierarchy. And then inside those files, you're going to put this content, this documentation. We're using the .md syntax, and it's going to appear like that, which means that easily GitBook can help you set up this repository, set up the basic files that you just have to recopy, and then it's going to display this. You can choose the theme or the template you want to go with, and it's going to add all the other features that you need. For example, the search is going to add it by itself. You add these different parts as well based on the repository. So you want to go ahead and check it out at gitbook.com. Check out the notes, check out the guides, how you can get started and how you can implement this. So it's really easy and it's really helpful, because with this you can build the documentation for your project quite easily without having to stress too much. So you only build it creating the repository and putting the adequate files in the right place, and then GitBook is going to host it for you, or you can equally host it as well on whatever domain you like. So we are now going through some examples, and as you can see, they pretty much have the same design. Like I said, they're using quite a similar templates, and you can see that everything is layered accurately. So you want to definitely check out GitBook if you're a developer and you're trying to build a documentation of your project. Like I said, it has an amazing feature that allows you to host your documentation online so everybody can easily access it. One such company which uses GitBook is actually VS Code. I think they might use GitBook. I'm not sure if they use GitBook or another version of it, but let's check it out. So VS Code. So let's check it out a little bit and see. So I really like it because it makes it very easy to create a documentation for my app, So I don't need to worry about too much. It just does it very easily. So let's take a product tool as well so that we see how it works. For example, there's a video on YouTube. You can see how it works and how you easily work. You can check that out as well. You go ahead, you create a new site. Let's see. The video is not too long.
What I want to first do is actually create the new site.
So it might be too long. I'll just put a link below, check it out. But basically, you can go ahead and set up your GitBook actually right here. You can set up your GitBook right here on their website, and it's equally going to link. You're going to link it to a repository, and you have all your files there as well. So it's quite easy to set up. Then once you're done setting it up, you can publish your site and you can edit it. Another feature is that you can edit it using your code editor and the .md stack, or you can equally edit it using a front-end editor as well. It has that additional feature that you can make use of. So it's really amazing. It's really nice. So definitely check it out. So here they have a couple of videos which explain the different parts. We are not going to look into all of that. So you can just head on here and see. So as you can see, they equally have a feature here, Git Sync, to easily synchronize it with your GitHub repository as well. Yeah, so it's quite amazing. It's quite nice, and it's very useful for every developer's documentations. So yeah, definitely check it out, gitbook.com. Set up your documentation in a couple of seconds and really put all the information you need about your app so that it can help any person who comes later to easily understand what you're trying to do and how it works. So I really like this tool. It's very useful to me. I use it in most of my projects because it really helps to make the documentation process easier. You can set up product documentation, API documentation, help center documentation, and you can even document the change log easily in your app. So it's really amazing, and it really does quite a lot of things. So definitely check it out. Let me know what you think about it. And let me know if you even add documentations to your projects. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one.